What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to Casey for his contribution to the channel last night. Thank you, Casey. And I agree with you, man, as far as, what's going on in this country is crazy. And right now we're pretty much getting served shit from both sides, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know that I can tell that the majority of people on my channel support the Democrats, but I just have to tell you, to me, both sides, you know what I'm saying, both sides are corrupt and are not for the average American. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. All right, but let me get off my soapbox. Let me step off this motherfucker and get back to the point of this video. All right, so shout out to Black Reality TV for his video talking about Max Kellerman and his stupid ass. So Max Kellerman, who should never talk basketball again ever in his fucking life after this take, he was responding to, I don't know if they was on Skype or something or whatever. I don't even think people use Uvu anymore, do they? I don't know. But it was Dwayne Wade and Carmelo Anthony. And they were communicating with one another, and Carmelo was heard saying that if he had been drafted by the Detroit Pistons, he would have won 2 or 3 rings, 2, possibly 3 rings. All right, I think he could have been. I think he could have won even more than that, and I'll get to that in a moment. All right, so Stephen A. Smith, and it was a panel with Stephen A. Smith, Jay Williams, and Max Kellerman. Jay Will and Stephen A. Smith both agreed that he could have won 2, possibly 3 rings. Max Kellerman, out of all people, of course, says that he would have fucked the chemistry up with that team, not be able to play defense. Let me get into this shit right now. Now look, if you look at my history, I've been a rabid Carmelo Anthony critic because I didn't like, you know what I'm saying, honestly, I've calmed down a little bit on some shit as I've gotten older, but I thought Carmelo went for the money when he could have won for titles. Okay? But it is what it is. Okay? He still put up big numbers as a Knick. He'll go down as one of the best Knicks ever. Okay? That can't be disputed. But what I don't like is stupid shit. First of all, I know where he's going with this. Carmelo's a ball hog and he'll hurt the team and he would hurt him. Look, this is the difference between Adrian Dantley when he went to the Pistons and Carmelo if he went to the Pistons. All right? When did he go there? 86? Okay, I think Adrian Dantley was drafted in 86 to the Pistons. Now, remember, AD is a one-on-one ISO guy. Okay? But he did help to improve that Pistons team. Okay? He improved them. Okay, they went from being a middling team to a championship caliber team, ultimately making it to the NBA Finals in 88. So AD did improve that team. The difference was when they traded for Mark Aguirre was a better fit for the team. He was a perfect fit for that team. And he led them to becoming a dynasty level team. And if age hadn't interceded and injuries, maybe they would have three-peated. I don't know. But this is the thing. AD was already an established NBA player who had a mindset, okay? That was his reputation. Carmelo Anthony was a young 19-year-old rookie. Okay? Young 19-year-old rookie. And he had an unbelievable rookie year. All right? To the point where he's right behind LeBron James in his rookie of the year vote, if I'm not mistaken. His rookie year was phenomenal. I think Carmelo had, if I'm not mistaken, I think he had like 10 or 11 games of 30 points or more as a rookie, including a couple of 40-point games, if I'm not mistaken. So he had a phenomenal rookie year with Denver. But being young, as Carmelo was at that time, if he had played with a team like the Detroit Pistons, it would have changed his mindset. I'm sure of it. First of all, he would have gotten a taste of winning early. He would have been more willing to adjust to the team. You got this team of savvy veterans. You know what I'm saying? You got a team already with established veterans like Rasheed Wallace, who already probably was like the alpha leader of that team. All right, the de facto leader of the team. Even though some people say it's Chauncey, but I think it was really Rasheed. Both of them, I'll say, but Rasheed. All right. Then you have Chauncey, veteran. You got Tayshaun Prince, who was young and up and coming. All right. You had Rip Hamilton, who just got there. He's a couple years into the game. All right. They would have been an influence on Carmelo to probably play more within the team concept than he did as he got older. And he was, with Denver, he was the man. That was his responsibility from day one, like LeBron. So he developed that ego. He developed that, okay, I'm the leader type shit. If he played with the Detroit Pistons, his mindset would have been different. Okay, he would have played within the team concept. And can't nobody tell me that if you take away Darko Milicic and add Carmelo Anthony, all right, to an already great defensive team, that they're not still going to beat the Lakers. And then another thing that Black Reality TV mentioned, man. And what's up with these motherfuckers always bringing up Carmelo's defense? It's ridiculous. First of all, Carmelo, to me, at his best, I would say was an average defender. Okay? He was average. But goddamn, if you're going to call out Carmelo at age 35 for his defense, motherfucker, you better call out goddamn James Harden. You better call out Steph Curry. You better call out all these other motherfuckers who slack on defense and lack on defense sometimes. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? You got James Harden who don't play defense sometimes. And I'm sorry, passing lane steals don't qualify as lockdown defense to me. Okay? That's not lockdown defense. But y'all forget, when Carmelo was younger, he didn't just shoot from the perimeter. He played the post. He scored the post more when he was younger. Check out his field goal percentages when he was younger. 47, 48, 49%. He scored more in the post. Okay? So let me tell you this. They would have beaten the Lakers in 2003 probably in a sweep if they had Carmelo Anthony. All right? They would have still been a great defensive team. Okay? But it had added scoring punch. And he'd have been even better his second year. And I'm certain that they'll beat the San Antonio Spurs in 2005, excuse me. I'm certain of it. Because, number one, they went 7 games with the Spurs. Even though, technically, they outscored the Spurs in that series. All right? But they went 7 games. And if I'm not mistaken, had the lead in Game 7 before squandering it. Now, you're trying to tell me, Max Kellerman, if the Pistons upgraded from Antonio McDyess, and don't get me wrong, McDyess before the injuries was nice, but that was post-injury McDyess. Not the same guy. If you're trying to tell me, if you're going to replace Antonio McDyess, who averaged 10 points per game in that series, with Carmelo Anthony, who's probably going to get you between 17 and 20 in that system, that wouldn't have been enough to win a championship? Kiss my ass. He would have started his first couple of years of his career with championships. But that would have changed his mindset. Carmelo would have been more about winning titles. Okay? He would have been more preoccupied with winning championships. I'm certain of it. Okay? Possibly, that team that won 64 games, I can't remember what year it was it 2006? If they had Carmelo Anthony, maybe they would have won a title that year. Maybe. They won 64 fucking games. Then let's just give him 3 championships. Let's say that team went to the finals and won a championship. So let's give Carmelo 3 championship rings by 2007. When the opportunity, but see, that would change everything in the future. But let's just say the opportunity arose where he could have played on that Heat team. Instead of chasing the money, being that he wants to win titles, he would have went to Miami. And instead of it being LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, it would have been LeBron, Wade, and Carmelo. To me, he wins another 2 titles. At least. So you're talking about 5 championships minimum if he went that route. That's a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas. But if I'm not mistaken, remember serves correctly, they really wanted Anthony over Bosh. But Anthony went toward the money. Now who knows? Maybe he still would have went to New York. Maybe he would have been like, it's time for me to cash in. I won 3 championships, blah, 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 blah. Now I want the money. It could have been like that, but he still would have got a lot of money playing with Miami. If he went to Miami, now you're talking about a guy with 5 championships, and who knows? Maybe 2011 would have been different with Carmelo. I don't know. But at least 2 championships. Now he has 5 titles. Okay? So now everything will be different. Now you'll be looking at Carmelo as like the superior player, even though LeBron might have better numbers. You see what I'm saying? He'd be like Derek Jeter. His numbers don't blow you away, but he got 5 titles. Carmelo, he's a winner. He's a proven winner. Carmelo is the winner. He won with the Detroit Pistons. He helped LeBron win championships with Miami. See how the whole narrative be different? Look, what if the Pistons teams with Carmelo blocked Wade from winning that title in 06? You see what I'm saying? And they won a title that year. That's what I'm talking about with that team. So now the narrative would be Carmelo won titles, but he came into NBA winning titles with Detroit Pistons. All right, then he went to Miami and taught LeBron and Wade how to win. See how the whole narrative would change if that happens? Ticket talked about this before. Okay, and I agree with him. It would be different if he won titles. His whole career, I think, would have been totally different. And he would have went down as arguably the greatest small forward in NBA history. But because of that decision by Joe Dumars, it changed history. He played on a Nuggets team that was far from a championship roster, played in a very competitive Western Conference, and then went to a Knicks team that he never really had that 1-2 punch. The one guy that was supposed to be there, Amari Stoudemire, broke down. So it became a one-man show. It sort of became Bernard King, Knicks 2.0. A guy that can put up a lot of points, but don't got a lot of help, and they're not winning much. Okay, but I'm pretty sure the Knicks would rather go back to those days than what they're doing now. My God. But he's a Hall of Famer. Okay, Carmelo. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. But had the fortunes changed, he could have really been in that top 5 echelon to me. That's how his career could have been different, in my opinion. But this defense thing gets out of whack. Another thing people forget about Carmelo Anthony, too, is he was always considered one of the clutch performers in NBA history. And the stats prove that. He's one of the clutch players, like even by the percentages. He just never was blessed to be on a great team, except for in the Olympics. And then when we saw when he was in the Olympics that year, he showed his ass, right? So my thing is, Carmelo don't get a lot of respect, man. Even for me in the past, man, I'm kind of ashamed of some of the videos I did when I was shitting on Carmelo, man. Because I think I went a little too far with it. But at the end of the day, though, Max Kellerman is out of his fucking mind, though. He's out of his fucking mind. Thinking that Carmelo would hurt the fucking Pistons? Seriously? No matter how great a defensive team is, you still got to score. You still have to fucking score. Okay? Even if you do hold your opponent to 85 points, if you got a bunch of guys that can't fucking score, if you got a bunch of Dennis Rodmans and Darrell Walkers, you know what I'm saying, and Bruce Bowens, yeah, y'all gonna shut down our people, but you're still gonna fucking lose because you can't fucking score. So you still need scores, Max. What are you talking about? You need guys that can shut down the opposition, but you still need guys that can score. What the fuck are you talking about? But tell me what you guys think.